It's important to say that I'm a filmmaker first and a transgender filmmaker second. My venture into making movies was I had a best friend who lived 2 houses away from me in small town Massachusetts, and she was given a Super 8 movie camera. She used to ride a unicycle, so we ended up making like an epic Super 8 film about somebody riding a unicycle down a long driveway. I went to one summer semester at NYU in New York City, taking a cinematography class from a cinematography instructor named Bella Bhakta. And I learned so much in that cinematography class. I swear I'm still using that information to this day. Third was really, I think, the first time I really started making films within the LGBTQ community. There was a third gender character and their girlfriend, so really sort of a lesbian couple in San Francisco. I had sort of a slow fade into being a trans man in the sense that, like many transgender people, especially from my era, I made a really valiant effort at first to fit into the gender that was assigned to me at birth, and it just didn't work at all. At this point in my life, I've definitely lived more than half of my adult life as a man.
I know I'm a trans person, but I guess I don't think about it that much. It's just me.
I had so many friends come up to me and say, wow, we're not sure if this is right for everybody, but Ray, it's obviously right for you.
Looking across the body of his work, you start to see a lot of different aspects of his own life, even when he's telling stories about other people in the LGBT community or personal docs about his family.
You are a target.
It's really fun to watch his projects as a whole. One of the pieces I really like is Cat's Cradle, which is an experimental animation project. And part of the reason I like it so much is the sound design in relation to the imagery, because it's done in stop motion using a Xerox machine. It has just a really interesting aesthetic.
The way that, in general, I describe my filmmaking is it always ends up being an experimental hybrid, no matter what I try to do.
As a filmmaker, he has kind of opened a window for students to see different kinds of work, to see a different life perspective.
So that's your great uncle, looking very dapper, and I would say that's in the 50s. And all this stuff this is in the Grove, clearly, these photographs. Crowds and crowds of young gay men.
When my great uncle Wari died, my parents came to me and said, we've got this photo album of Wari's. Do you want it? And it ended up just being amazing. I think the photographs speak for themselves, or at least that's what I tried to have happen in that film.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
I think that he's a very approachable instructor as far as professors go. It's also really important that he shares his work as a filmmaker with students. Ray has done many things for our program and for our students. One of the things that I've seen is we have a more diverse student body because of his presence in the program.
I just am so inspired by young people getting into film. My ultimate advice to many students is after you graduate, you are not going to see a want ad in the paper for a film director or cinematographer. It is just not going to be there. You are going to have to be scrappy as hell.
Funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4, 2008. And by the members of Prairie Public.